This week on Gymwright Live, we talk about what you can do to get you and your business back into growth mode now that the Open is finally over. Now, for all of you listening to this via podcast only, be sure to head over to facebook.com/Gymwright to check out the video version of this show. Now, if you're watching the show on Facebook right now and you do not see the little red light in the top corner of the screen, then you're watching the replay. So I want you to type the word join in the comments below so you can get access to the network, which is our free private Facebook group for the motivated gym owners of the world, where you're going to find tons of great conversations, interviews, and step-by-step how-tos of some of the most effective strategies out there for gym owners today. By the way, this will also get you our free 2019 Gym Sales and Marketing Planner. Plus, it'll set you up to get a weekly reminder of whenever we go live for this show so you never miss an episode. Again, just type the word join now so you can get access to all this great stuff and you can start taking your gym to the next level right now. All right, let's get this party started. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Gymwright Live. I am your host, Markus Gerszi, and this week we are going to be talking through some things that you guys can do to help you get you and your business back into growth mode now that the Open is over. So why are we doing this show, you ask? Well, that's because as awesome as hosting the Open at your gym can be, when you do it right, of course, it always ends up taking a lot more energy than we think. It can leave a lot of gym owners pretty exhausted and often a little burned out on the business end of things. But that said, that doesn't mean that it is not a great time for you to take advantage of the momentum and all the fun that you just had and use that to really jumpstart your next quarter. So let's get right into it. So the very first thing I would suggest would be take your team out for some sort of a treat to thank them for all of the extra hard work that was put in. Celebrate, the extra time, whether you're doing Friday night lights or Saturdays and all those, extra times they took to judge someone's redo or whatever it was. Make sure you acknowledge that with your team because you're not the only one who's feeling the heat after, 5 long weeks of, bending over backwards to put on a good show. And this is also a really good opportunity to discuss what went well, what could have gone better, and jot down some ideas for what you guys can do next year to make it even better. Next thing I would do would be to check in on your Q2 goals. Now, if you do not already have clearly defined goals for the upcoming quarter, shame on you. And I want you to head over to the network, our free private Facebook group, and download our 2019 Sales and Marketing Planner. If you're not in the network yet, boy, are you missing out. And you need to type the word join in the comments now so you can get access to that right away. But the reason why I say this is that, for one, you should always have your goals mapped out before the quarter starts. Don't let the quarter start and then say, okay, great, what are we going to do? But if that maybe is you, technically it doesn't start for another couple of days. So we want to sit down and really map out where we're going to focus our efforts. And typically we don't want to pick more than just a handful of things that we can measure that we are going to be tackling and making sure that we take to completion this quarter and really make an impact. So what I want to talk about today are some ideas and campaigns and things that you can do this upcoming quarter that really consider what we just did with the Open and all the shenanigans that came with that and how to make sure that we make the most of this upcoming quarter. So one really good idea that we've seen work really well in a lot of gyms is right after the Open is done, people are feeling kind of thrashed. A lot of people have been giving it their all every week in these workouts, sometimes more than once. So this is a really good time to do something like a member appreciation week, or AKA free friends and family week. And the concept here is to take, this is a week where you are going to allow your members to bring in any friends, family, coworkers, anyone they want, all week long, unlimited access to come and train with them at your gym for free. And the reason this is such a good time to do this is because everyone is kind of thrashed. It's okay to now do more of a deloaded week, something that is, someone can still get a great workout, obviously, but you can make the programming and the movements less complex and allow this to really just be a fun week of training more than anything. And if you want to be successful with this, we actually did a whole episode on this before, but this is a week where you can really celebrate your members every day. You can have different fun giveaways, or hey, on Monday, you're going to get a big discount on retail. And on Tuesday, we've got these cool, gym keychains. you can go nuts with this, have a lot of fun with it, or you can keep it really simple and just make it a free friends and family week, obviously up to you. But the most important thing here is that this is not just loosey-goosey people kind of coming and going throughout the week. You want to make sure that as every one of these people comes in, for one, your members are aware of your referral program that you should already have in place prior to this. This is a good opportunity to potentially beef it up temporarily just for this free friends and family week. Excuse me, my coffee's not kicking in quite yet. But make sure you have a referral program prepped and that they are made savvy or reminded of it right before this thing. But this is where you're going to make sure that every new person who comes in, you're going to get all their information. There's obviously signing a waiver and all that good stuff. But you are going to, after their first class, you are going to, do your check-in with them. Hey, how you feeling? Check in with every single person. This week is all about connection and having fun for your members, for these people who are coming in and trying you out. Make this your most fun week of programming. So you've got partner warm-ups and, maybe some partner workouts and, movements that are fun and warm-ups that are fun. Make it really engaging and check in with each person individually throughout the week. So after their first class, maybe midweek, you're having a great time. Let me know if there's anything I can do to improve your experience. And then obviously towards the tail end, you're going to now offer them saying, hey, you look like you've been having a great time this week. We've loved having you here. We'd love to, talk about, your goals moving forward if you want to continue. Because you were brought in by Steve, he's actually discounted your first month or whatever your referral program looks like. Hopefully it's a give and get, not just a, hey, I'll pay you for bringing your friends in. And you can make them the offer to basically now go into the top of your sales process into your intro session where you can sit down, do your goal setting, and hopefully sell them into a membership. So that is a really fun and good, well-timed thing to do right after the open. That'll kind of help you get the most of the referrals that maybe have been sitting in the wings, and also allowing your members to get kind of back to just having fun and not getting thrashed, and everybody wins. So that'll be one of the first ideas. Another really good one to do would be something like a mobility or a durability workshop for your members. Now, if you're already following our perceived value builder system, we should already be on rotation with different types of events throughout the quarter. However, this one in particular, you can time to be right afterwards, where this is where you can have, do a 2 to 4 hour workshop. You can make it either free to members or cheap to members, charge more or actually charge for people who are non-members. But the point is do a workshop just on, maintenance and getting back more into like a proactive recovery mode and help people kind of work through, some of the extra tightness maybe that they've worked up over the last few weeks in the open as they've really been pushing themselves. So kind of getting them focused back on maintenance and, mobility and all that good stuff can be really good. Plus, workshops are always a great way to address the training-minded people in your gym. It shows that you're paying attention to what they're paying attention to, goes a long way. Now, another really good thing to do would be to set up your quarterly goal setting sessions. Now, not everybody, as a matter of fact, a lot of gyms don't do this as regularly as I think that they should. But sitting down with every one of your members, whether that's over a phone call or in person, every quarter to review, how was last quarter? How you feeling? How's life going for you? What do we want to focus on this next quarter? And setting very specific goals around attendance and or performance goals and so on, goes a really long way as to kind of decommoditizing yourself and really making it about that one-on-one connection and people staying focused on something even as their life changes. And after we come out of something like the open, which is kind of just a blur for everybody, next thing it's over and now what? This is a really good time to kind of check back in with every one of your members and really set that next goal, taking into consideration what just happened, right? If we just had 5 weeks of, wrecking yourself for the open and trying to do really well, maybe the goal should be more a matter of like consistency or skill work or stability work or something that's more around maybe quality than necessarily trying to improve performance, right? We just finished basically a 5-week testing cycle, in which case now we can look at this as like, let's take a little bit of recovery in this quarter. Let's kind of get back in the swing of things and more kind of like relay or let that foundation reharden a bit for us to start building up and planning for, our growth over the year. So that's another thing you can be doing. Also, it's springtime. This is a great time to be doing spring cleaning. So great time to kind of like get everybody back on the same page as to, or not everyone on the same page, excuse me, to kind of get everyone involved in your community to do like a big spring cleaning day. You know, you can have a bunch of people come in, everyone can help out, kind of take all the equipment down or out and touch up paint and, you know, clean and detail and reorganize and maybe just hang up a few new posters or, you know, go to IKEA, get a new table and some plants for your members area. Something to kind of feel like the place is spruced back up. And address the aesthetic, because also oftentimes with the open, the place can get kind of thrashed from, you know, big events and, you know, big classes and so on. So it's kind of a nice thing to get back into, get everything set for this next run. And that's it. So I hope these were some helpful concepts for you. I know this is a short episode today, but I wanted to give you some tools to help you get reset and get yourself back into growth mode and get you focused back on the business now that the open is done. So if you guys have any interest in learning more about what we do and how we can help you with your business, our Foundations program is once again open. So head on over to gymwright.com and check it out, as well as you can see all of our previous episodes there as well. I want to thank all of you motivated gym owners out there for joining us again today. Again, if you're interested in getting free access to our private Facebook group, just type the word join in the comments below and you will get access right away. Also, if you'd like to watch the show live, join the conversation every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we will look forward to seeing you on here again next week. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.